On the news tonight, no single government finishes every job needed before leaving office. Madu sentenced to 9 years and 8 months imprisonment. Egyptian authorities order Nigerian students back to Sudan. Akpabio will be next Senate president, says Ganduje. On the next one, only God knows party I will transmit power to, Ganduje. Why we collect bribes, extort Nigerians, police officers allegedly opens up. And on sport, Joshua Wilder to complete talks for December clash. For more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, the handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access our broadcast. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. The news in detail. The presidency has justified the inability of President Muhammadu Buhari to complete some projects in the country before his exit on May 29th. The special advisor assistant to President Buhari on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, said in an article issued on Thursday night that the president, who is expected to hand over power to President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the next few weeks, is finishing well. He said several projects, including the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Second Niger Bridge, and many others, will be completed before the president hands over. He wrote, the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is coming, the Second Niger Bridge and many others are coming before the administration touches down on May 29th. No single government finishes all the jobs that need to be done in the country, not anywhere in the world. President Buhari has done his honest beat, he has succeeded well, and his footprint will be indelible to the sands of time. Going on to the next story. A UK court has today, Friday, May 5th, sentenced former Deputy President of the Nigerian Senate, Ike Ekweremadu, to 9 years and 8 months in jail at the Old Bailey in London under the Modern Slavery Act. The verdict is the first of its kind under the Modern Slavery Act. Mr. Justice Johnson told Mr. Ekweremadu and his wife Beatrice Ekweremadu, people trafficking of human organs is a form of slavery. It treats human beings and their body parts as commodities to be bought and sold. It is a trade that preys on poverty, misery, and desperation. Recall that Ekweremadu, his wife, Beatrice, and lawyer, or better, were convicted of conspiracy to arrange the travel of a young Nigerian man who was identified as David Nwamini to Britain in order to exploit him for his kidney. The organ was needed for Ekweremadu's sick daughter, Sonia. Their trial lasted for 6 weeks and conviction at the Old Bailey, London Central Criminal Court, is expected today, which has been declared. Meanwhile, the prosecutor, Hoops Davies, told the jury that the behavior of Ekweremadu showed entitlement, dishonesty, and hypocrisy. Ekweremadu and wife, Beatrice, denied the charge. They denied they denied any knowledge of the alleged conspiracy. Going on to the next story. Egyptian authorities have sent over 500 students back to Sudan following the failure of 2 of them to provide either a passport or emergency travel certificate. According to a voice note of a Nigerian official obtained by correspondent on Friday morning, students without passport or ETC had been instructed to stay back. The official added that 2 students without any of the documents were impatient and joined their colleagues, adding that the Egyptian authorities were angry and ordered that all the students should be taken back to Sudan to get the needed documents and permits. The voice note said, our children have spoiled the effort that the federal government is putting in place to airlift them. All the students that have passports were allowed to move to Egypt airports, and those that do not have were asked to wait behind. An ETC will be issued to them as a formal document for them to travel. Out of impatience, 2 students without passport or ETC sneaked in. The officials also said the issue was on the whereabouts of a little child which could not be ascertained. Also, in the midst of confusion, a child sneaked into Egypt. We cannot find him. Legal actions will be taken against the 2 students. From that story, we go to the next one, coming from the Kano State government. Abdullah Iganduje, outgoing governor of Kano State, says Godswill Opabio a former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, is the next president of the Senate. Ganduje spoke on Thursday at a meeting with Ben Ayade, his Cross River counterpart in Calabar, the state capital. Ibrahim Gambari, Chief of Staff to President Muhammadu Buhari, was also present at the meeting. The Kano governor said the decision to nominate Akpabio was already a done deal, but it did not explain if it was a decision of the All Progressive Congress APC leadership. The Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will come from the South-South, and it is no other person than the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, he said. The uncommon governor, the uncommon minister, who is going to be the uncommon president of the Senate, so we have resolved that. I am giving you assurance. We are waiting for the D-Day that he will be the Senate President of Nigeria. On his path, Ayade expressed gratitude for the choice of Akpabio. I want to thank you so much for zoning the Senate President to the South-South and to our brother from a neighboring state who is also part of Cross River State, the governor said. We want to thank you for this great opportunity because our dream of a Bakassi seaport is becoming very real. Akpabio and Orji Kalu, a former governor of Abia State, are among the front runners for the South for the Senate President, he said. And to the next story, still from Kano State. Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje has said that only God knows the party he will hand over to come May 29. The governor stated these while commissioning some road projects in the state. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, had declared the candidate of the new Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, Yusuf Abba Kabir, as a winner of the governorship election in the state and issued him certificate of return. The ruling All Progressive Congress, APC, has disputed the result and dragged INEC and NNPP to court over the declaration of New Nigeria People Party, NNPP, governorship candidate as the governor-elect. However, in April, the Kano State Executive Council set up a 17-member transition committee for a handing over of the baton to the incoming administration in the state. The council approved a 100-member subcommittee whose constitution will be drawn from various ministries, departments, and agencies, MDAs. But while commissioning the road project on Wednesday, Governor Ganduje said, "It's normal for a government to inherit projects. We inherited some and completed them. And as a government, we are leaving some projects for the incoming administration. Only God knows to which government I will transmit power, whether APC or NNPP." From Kano State, we'll go to the next story. An officer of the Nigeria Police Force has opened up on why many of his colleagues take bribes and extort Nigerians at any given chance. The security personnel who reportedly spoke to Sahara reporters on the matter said many police officers, especially thousands recently recruited into the force, have been demoralized and are living in abject poverty as the force refused to pay them salaries since they joined the force. According to him, many of them find it difficult to meet their family responsibilities, adding that they have not been paid salaries for the past 4 months. Information understands that a said batch of constables passed out of the police training institutions on December 29, 2020, claims by the constable who spoke on anonymity are that they have not been paid since then, despite resuming at their duty post across the country. He confessed that most of the constables were surviving on bribes and extortion due to the delay in the payment of salaries. The officer said they have been reported at their duty post without pay since January 2023. The police constable appealed to President Muhammadu Buhari and Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba to come to their aid and save them from dependence on others for daily bread. Going on to Nigeria Burkina Faso story. 2 Nigerian girls have been burned to death by their boyfriends in Burkina Faso, a Catholic source claims. The incident happened on Wednesday, May 3, 2023. According to the Catholic seminarian, the remains of the girls were buried on the afternoon of Thursday, May 4th. He also added that he will reveal the identity of the girls on Friday as of today, as the person who took photos of the bodies was sent to the Nigerian embassy in Ouagadougou. 2 Nigerian girls that came to Burkina Faso to do rounds were burned alive yesterday by their boyfriend. One girl here, her mom sold her out to another woman who runs here. She's just 17 years and has been bleeding since yesterday, he said. Some Nigerian men and women are selling our sisters from Nigeria to Burkina Faso into prostitution. One said she balanced our madam 2 mil kefes. According to Kiziso Nofuman, in a house located in a bush in Burkina Faso. There are 73 girls and none of them is older than 22 years old, information is revealed. He stated further that they have buried 7 girls within 1 year. Over 15 of them are pregnant and still doing rounds. Others are already with children. And to the next story from Kwara State. The decomposing body of the nursing mother, Kehinde Ikeanobi Jibril, abducted by suspected kidnappers at Agoja town in Asa local government area of Kwara State, has been discovered. The community was thrown into mourning following the discovery of the corpse on Thursday after delivery of part of the money demanded by the kidnappers. The corpse was reportedly found on Thursday along Ojoku Road in Agoja Axis after frantic effort to locate and rescue her, and has since been buried according to Islamic rites. The community leader of Agoja, Bale Daudu Salahuddin Arolu, informed Daily Post in a telephone chat on Thursday about the incident. The latest part of payments of 6 million naira demanded by the kidnappers was allegedly delivered before the discovery of the nursing mother's corpse in the early hours of Thursday along the Agoja axis. The kidnappers last Friday directed the family of the deceased nursing mother to bring the money for the release to Eyan Koronri town and later to Ogbomoso, but could not be located. Kehinde Jibril was abducted 2 days to the Eid al-Fitr celebration at her husband's residence in Agoja town. And to the foreign story. A magnitude 6.3 earthquake struck Japan's central Ishikawa region on Friday, but no tsunami warning was issued, the weather agency said. The quake hit at 2:42 p.m. at a depth of 10 kilometers 6 miles, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency. Shinkansen bullets trains were suspended between Nagano and Kanazawa, a popular tourist site, according to Japan Railway. The quake registered an upper 6 on the Japanese Shindo scale of up to 7 in Suzu City, Ishikawa, meaning it could cause major landslide. The U.S. Geological Survey put the magnitude of the quake at 6.2. Earthquakes are common in Japan, which sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, an arc of intense seismic activities that stretches through Southeast Asia and across the Pacific Ocean. And to end the news is a sports story. Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder are closing in on a deal for the heavyweight showdown in December this year. Joshua returned to the ring last month, outpointing Jermaine Franklin as he looked to begin his rebuild following 2 defeats by Alexander Usyk. It was expected that Joshua would return in the summer with a rematch against British rival Dillian Whyte, the most likely option for his next fight. However, reports emerged that the British Nigerian was being eyed by the Middle East to form part of a 4-man heavyweight tournament featuring Wilder, Tyson Fury, and Usyk. The first part of the format would see him settle his rivalry with the Bronze Bomber in December, with the other 2 potentially clashing for the undisputed titles. It appears the fight is drawing closer when Joshua suggested a clash with Wilder was at the center of his mind in a viral video. Now, the former 2-time champions promoter and has revealed that both camps are already on board with the fight and it will proceed to advance negotiations in due course. We are being told that Wilder's in and said in Boxing Social in an interview when asked about negotiations to fight Deontay Wilder. With that sports story from boxing, we end the world news from BGI TV Current. Before we go, the major headlines. No single government finishes every job needed before leaving office. Presidency speaks. Ekweremadu sentenced to 9 years and 8 months imprisonment. Egyptian authorities order Nigerian students back to Sudan. We also brought to you Akpabio will be next Senate president in Nigeria, Ganduje says. And lastly on sports, Joshua Wilder to complete talks for December clash. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access our broadcast on Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advertisement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placement only. Thank you for watching. I am Mawurire Rabila Lawa. To all faithful Muslims all around the world, may this Friday and Jumat never be the last in our lifetime. Have a wonderful weekend.